Good evening, good evening. Welcome to this evening's show. My name is GB, host of upper90plus. Hope all is well. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday weekend. And again, welcome to the show where we talk everything football here, coaching, discussions, and this evening's show, I have some very special guests on this evening, doing something a little different tonight. As we have some folks that came across the pond, as we say, and are stateside. So I wanted to get them on the show and to discuss a little football. And first up is this is going to be a gentleman that I am very near and dear and very close to. Uh, just to give you all a little more insight, bringing on some family members for the first time this evening. So first up would be Mr. Steven. He is coming to you live and direct.
Hi there. How you doing, Glenn?
Hi, good evening, good evening. How are you?
Hi, everyone. We're good. We're enjoying the weather.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So give us a little insight here as far as your last week here of how you actually came across to the States and what brings you across, in other words.
Oh, I'm here to see my mom. She's been here for a while. She's a little bit ill, so we came over with the whole family to see her down here in St. Pete's in Florida. We just came over to spend the Easter holidays as well with her.
Wonderful, wonderful. And came from where? Where are you living now?
We're coming. We living in Stockholm in Sweden at the moment, but I'm originally I'm a Londoner. I'm from Wembley, football town.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
I've spent the last 20, 30 years in Sweden.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yep.
All right, excellent. So came across to see mom. So yeah, we definitely will be linking up. So we'll definitely be seeing each other. We'll talk about that, of course, off camera. So let's jump into a little bit of the of what we do here on the show. Of course, a little interview, but again, don't necessarily have a script. So I'm just gonna just ask you a few questions. Know you watch football and you're avid. So who is your favorite team that you follow?
Well, actually, growing up, coming from Wembley from in the 70s,
Right.
there wasn't in England. No, at the time there wasn't very many black players in the clubs there, so I didn't really support many English teams at the time. The only teams that used to come to Wembley that had black players was from Brazil. So Brazil has always, from a very early age, been my main team, actually.
Okay. All right. And then who's your favorite? Ah, okay. So who's your favorite player from Brazil that you follow?
It's always got to be Pele.
Always Pele. Okay.
But all of them, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, all of them,
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, always a big Brazil supporter, actually. And then as the years rolled in the 80s, the structure of football in England changed quite a lot. I was around at the birth of the Premier League, and things changed a lot. You had a lot more international players, a lot more black players, especially from France, who had players that came in from Brazil and played in Europe as well. So it got a little bit more, international. So then
Gotcha.
I became a big Arsenal supporter, of course, because it's a North London team.
Okay. See, this is why we're family. Yes, Arsenal. Yes. See, I have on my jersey.
We have four main London teams. There's a few more than four, but you have Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, and Queen's Park Rangers. 5, I should say.
Right.
Gotcha. There's a few more now, and now you have things like Watford and Barnet and so on.
Yes. Very true. Very true. So did you play any football at a younger age, or did you
not so much, to be really honest? I didn't play so much football. I was a basketball player more. I was in the basketball team at school. But My sons, oh, I have three sons. Three of them's been playing. All three of them been playing football. Not so much the last one, but the first two have been playing since 4 up till the 16 and 15 and 17.
Gotcha.
The last year,
Okay.
the eldest was playing, so a few years.
Okay. Gotcha. So the two of them are coming through. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So have you been watching any of the Euros? I guess I take it in Sweden, watching what's going on with the Euro Cup.
Yeah, here and there. I'm a little bit of it's sort of clashing a bit with Formula One. I'm a big Formula One fan. And it's been clashing a little bit with it. And yeah, I've been watching a little bit of the Euros, not as much as I would like to, but
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Now, do you go to matches in Sweden? Do you try to attend? Who's your local club team there where you are?
No, actually, I don't support any of the Swedish teams. I don't really know much about them. And
Okay.
you know, when I first moved to Sweden, I was living right next door to the biggest stadium they had there with the Stockholm team.
The Stockholm, okay.
But, yeah, I had one of my best friends. His daughter played for the female national team, so I used to get all the gossip then. Just now as well. So football seems to follow me around quite a lot, actually.
I can imagine. So yes. So yeah, but wonderful having you on, man. Wonderful having you on. Now I'd brought up earlier about the referee situation. I know you had mentioned that Stunn is a referee, but this past weekend in the Premier League, Arsenal-Liverpool match, walking off at halftime off the pitch. Evidently, I don't know, most likely he was provoked by the player, but I think the referee actually threw an elbow walking past the player and hit them in the jaw. So I haven't kept up with the news today to see exactly what happened to that referee as far as him being reprimanded. But I mean, just thinking about something like that, if it was someone that came out of the stands and did that to someone, they'd be banned for life. If it was a player that did that to a referee, which actually happened 2 weeks ago for Fulham, a player actually pushed a referee, and he's been banned for the rest of the season of games. I'm anxious to see how they're going to treat this particular situation. You know, what are your thoughts on that as far as a referee, doing something to a player?
Well, I'll let you talk to the newly minted referee.
Okay.
Stella. Hi.
Hi, Stella. Good evening. How are you, man?
Hi.
Welcome to the show. As I was telling everyone before, I have family on. This is family first time in the States. So, Stellan, I was talking to Dad. I don't know if you saw in the Premier League about the referee that hit the Liverpool player with the elbow in the jaw at halftime.
No.
Don't know if you're aware of that.
No, I haven't.
But we were discussing, if a player came out of the stands, a fan came out of the stands, and they did that to a player, of course, everybody will be calling for them to be banned for life. If a player pushes a referee, of course, they get suspended games. So what are your thoughts on maybe this situation, whereas, a referee actually does something to a player? What do you think the consequences should be on that?
The referee should be suspended or get his career over, because a referee is the match leader and he should be there to prevent these type of situations.
Yeah, as far as protecting the players, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
He should be there to protect, or not protect the player, but be the one that has the control of the game so it goes smoothly, not the one that makes.
Okay. And how long have you been refereeing?
For about 2 years.
About 2 years, all right. And so if you saw something like this happen in the match, you're head referee, you see a linesman, do something to a player, what would you do? What would you do in that situation?
I don't really know.
I mean, would you
it would
you mean
be
you
a
take
bit
them off the
awkward if
pitch and then you would go to two referees, or would you let them continue the
I
game?
would.
I guess is the question.
No, I would talk to if I would head referee and my linesman would do that. I have to quit, or I have to take a break from the match and talk to them, because the referee can't do that.
Gotcha.
We should be there to prevent these type of stuff. So it would be out of place.
Right. Okay. And how many players have you sent off with a red card in your career now?
Not that much. I gave me some yellow cards, but it was once
Okay.
I gave it was once I gave a red card. But I'm a referee for like younger kids. They're like 13, 14 years old. So they have to be more you have to be more gentle with the cards. It was once I gave a red card. Yeah, because this guy told his friend to like attack, or he said kill this guy in this
Wow.
situation. So then I heard it and had to give him a red card. And he didn't mean it that way, but we have zero tolerance for that type of language.
Right. So it's all about the intention, right? Have you given any parents a red card or removed them from a pitch?
No, I haven't had that problem actually.
No.
When I played football, that happened sometimes, where my trainer or someone in the in the stands where they get the card. But I haven't given any, and I haven't had matches where the trainers or the stands. I had a problem with them.
So you just remove them to the stand. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what has been like your worst situation as far as footballing, where you have to make a decision to stop the game? Have you ever had to stop the game for anything?
Not really. No, I haven't stopped the game, because as a referee you shouldn't. I have a friend that is he referees a lot more than me and try to like get the referee career, so he goes all in for it. And he told me you should never, in a game as a referee, you should be gentle with the cards and let them play as much as possible and try to prevent situations instead. So when you see that the match is getting a bit out of hand, you have to get some yellow cards out there, talk with the players, and so it doesn't get out of hand. And if it's someone in the stands or if it's a trainer, you talk to them before these situations happen, so you don't have to be there and give red cards and have angry players and fights.
Great advice.
There was a match like 2 months ago. I was when I was the linesman, and this guy told you about, Simon is called, Simon. Then there was we were referee for older. It was like Division 4 in Sweden. Then there was a fight on the match. But he's quite experienced, so he took both the players. He screamed at them, "This doesn't work on my field." Gave both of them a red card, and then he managed to get control of the match. So that's like a situation I've seen in my.
I see. So what would you like to see change in football to make it better for the players?
That's a hard question.
Tough. I got to stump you, man. Come on, I got to stump you.
I don't really know, actually. I think.
So what about from a referee standpoint? What would you like to see change in the game to make it easier for you as a referee?
The hardest part for me is when I don't have linesmen. It's hard to pinpoint offsides, and the players often complain because it's hard to be. In Sweden, as I'm referee for younger people, I'm alone when I'm refereeing, and they always complain that's not offside, because sometimes they don't even know the rules themselves, the young players. So maybe, it's more expensive to have have linesmen,
right?
But it's hard to be a referee alone. So maybe to get more linesmen, or also to educate the players more about the rules, because sometimes I'm in the right and then the player doesn't know the rules, so then they just stand there and shouting at me.
Oh, got you. Okay. So would you like to see your as far as wages? Are you guys making a decent wage as far as in Sweden? Would you like to see a pay increase? We can try and do something.
They give you good pay because it's quite a hard job. So for like an hour of refereeing, I get like $50.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, so it's good pay because they know that it's a hard job. So I'm not paying about the pay. But
then how many matches do you do a day?
Last year I had 50 matches in total, and I'm gonna have like the same this year.
Okay.
So
now, do you stay at one particular pitch, or do you travel around to different pitches?
I have a moped, so I can go between pitches quite easily. So now I can have like 2 or 3 matches per weekend.
Okay. And do you referee in a certain league, or do you have many leagues that you participate in?
There's quite some different leagues. This year also I went the course to be a linesman too. So this year I'm gonna have some higher leagues.
Okay.
So
is that what you're aspiring to do that in the future? Is to be a professional referee? Is that what we're trying to do?
No, not really.
Okay.
It would be fun, but it's hard to get there. Gotcha. Because they are only like 30 FIFA referees or something like that. So it was something like that. So it's hard to get the place in the professionals.
Right. Now, in your playing days, what position did you play?
Now it's lagging a bit. Can you repeat?
I said, in your playing days, what position did you play?
We're freezing here a little bit.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, there you are. You're back now. So, sorry about that.
I think you say something now.
Something was going on there. So I was asking, in your playing days, what position did you play?
I played left back.
Left back. So are you left-footed, right-footed? You can use both feet?
No, I was right-footed. So sometimes there was some hard situations, but I managed.
Got you. Excellent. So, but you prefer your right foot over your left foot, even though you know how to use both, but you'd rather be the right foot.
Yeah, I was quite dependent on my right foot. So sometimes when pressure or under pressure.
Yeah. Sometimes it was a little intense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, were you an attacking fullback, or did you just stay mostly back and then attack too much?
It was more that I stay back.
You stay back. Okay.
Yeah. Or sometimes they told me that I should join the attack too, but it was more to stay back.
Okay. And now, who is your favorite team that you follow?
Djurgården in Sweden.
Okay.
Do you know the team?
Yeah, I know the team. Oh, yes. And who is your favorite player?
Favorite player? What is it called? Vad heter han? Karlsson.
Okay. All right.
And UK team?
Now you're following European championships, I take it? Euro?
No, I don't really watch a lot of football. I mostly watch the country cups, like World Cups.
The country cups? Okay. Yeah. Got you. Now, you know, me and Dad are Arsenal fans. You know, my boy back in the day was
I know.
My boy back in the day was Freddie Ljungberg, man. So, you know, he was my boy back then, man. So yes, well, Stan, I appreciate your time coming on, man, and making a little time for me this evening.
Thanks for having me.
So, yeah, and I appreciate that, man.
We have Marlon here as well, who's still playing.
Yeah, Marlon.
Okay, so Marlon coming up next. All right, bring on Marlon, man. So
he's still a player.
Marlon, what's up, cousin? How are you, man?
I'm fine.
Good to see you. So I'll go through the same kind of question and answer session. I'll start off with the what position do you play currently now?
Yeah, I'm a defender, mostly a wing back.
Mostly wing back. Okay, so you attack out the back and proceed backwards. Okay, all right, excellent. And how long have you been playing now?
I've been playing since I was like 6 years old, and I'm turning 16
Okay.
for about 10 years.
Okay, all right. Now, which do you play with both feet, or you favor one foot?
No, I'm right-footed, and I'm mostly dependent on my right foot.
Okay, all right, excellent. Now, who is your favorite player?
My favorite player, I would say Neymar.
Neymar. Okay, Mr. Dance on the ball and get hurt for keeping the ball too long. Yeah, like he is right now, right? Yeah, but he's not. He's very skillful. Very skillful.
Yeah, that's what I like him. Every other player, they just play by the book. He's a bit different. He
Yes. Yeah.
Spot.
You gotta dance on the ball. If you can dance on the ball, that's what I call it, dancing on the ball. If you can dance on the ball and make a man miss, oh yeah, you get in his head, and now he's completely out of the game. Yeah. Nice. Excellent. All right. So, question for you: how many red cards have you gotten in your life?
I only gotten one.
Okay. Only one? One is enough. Come on, Marlon, man. One is enough. What?
No, not in my team.
So what happened? What caused the red cards? What caused it? I'm sorry, I didn't hear. What caused the red card? What happened?
Yeah, in my team we average about 2 red cards every week we play because.
Oh my god! Well, you guys are rough.
Yeah, but it's mostly for chatting to the referee.
Okay, so talking to the referee.
Yeah, talking back to the referee.
Talking back, yeah, because you get frustrated.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? So you're waiting for your brother to come referee the game so you can chat with him, right? Yeah. Actually, just tell him at the beginning of the game. I used to tell referees, if you make a bad call, I'm gonna tackle you, man, right on the pitch, man. I'm gonna slide, tackle you, and knock you right down if you make a bad call, bro. So all right, excellent. So have you ever been in a situation on the pitch where someone is barking in your ear, talking a lot to you, gets underneath your skin, and you actually it made you play better? Or did it make you play worse?
No, it makes me play better, I'd say. There's a few situations where that happens, especially as a defender, because they're trying to attack and then you stop them. So then they get angry and then they talk down on you. Okay.
So let's talk about position-wise. On a corner kick, where are you located on a corner kick on the pitch?
I'm pretty tall, so I go into the box, but sometimes I stay back when there's someone who's better at me.
Okay. So when you guys defend, do you mark players or do you stay in a box? Box. Each player plays in a box.
I usually mark players.
So you mark. Okay. All right. And on free kicks, you're in the wall, I take it?
No, not so often. There's other players who mostly go on the wall.
Okay.
In the line, trying to mark players.
So you're holding the line. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now and that's on defense. Now on offense, are they coming? Are they trying to look for you for a header on corner kicks, or are you mostly a decoy, or how does that work on offense now?
Yeah, I try to be as offensive as I can, but it's hard in my team because they mostly play with their offensive players, so it's hard for me to get up and actually be in the attacking game.
Gotcha. All right. So the league that you're in, what is the age group of that league now?
What?
Your age group for the league that you're playing in?
Yeah.
How old are the players?
15 to 16.
15, 16. All right. So 16 will be the oldest player. All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever played above your age just to test yourself sometimes, or kick around, play with older players?
No, we don't really have so many older teams at my club, so I mostly stick to my age group.
Right, because so they would probably go to an academy. After 16, they will be entered into an academy to play.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. All right. So, do you have any shout outs for anyone you want to say hello to while we're here? because you're on. You know, this is a worldwide telecast, man. So
No, I'm good.
Shout out to your team.
Mm.
Shout out to Belly, all the Belly players over the years. The coaches. We've had some good
coaches. All right. Okay. All right.
Very
So what would you like?
cool.
Okay. All right. So Marlon, how would you like to see the game change for the better? Is there anything you want to see change to make the game better in your eyes?
Mm, like I said, we have a lot of dispute with the referees. So I'd like to see like more educated referees, because sometimes you get, because in Sweden there's often young players like my brother who referee like kids games, teenagers games, and some of them
Okay.
they're just there for the money, so they don't care how good of a job they do. They're just there to collect their money and leave. So sometimes you get some trash referee, and that's often why you get angry at them and start like talking back and getting cards and all this.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that too, and Stellan brought that up as well with the talking back. So cleaning up the referee talking back. So do people? So you see a lot of players push up on the referee or get in the referee's face, especially on penalty kicks, most likely.
Yeah, penalty kicks are very
Yeah.
Contentious.
contentious.
Okay. All right. So we'll try and change that. I've talked about that on my show as well, about the respect for the game itself.
Yeah.
And you know that starts with the players. That starts with us. You know. So, well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for
You know,
having me.
and thank you. You know, thank you again. Really appreciate that. And I'll be seeing you guys. You know, sometime this week, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, first trip across to the States, first time we all get to meet as a family. So
Awesome.
looking forward to that. And again, I really appreciate your time, you guys, and coming on. Yeah.
Thanks for having us on, Glenn.
All right, man. Okay, so we'll chat then.
Okay. Bye.
Take care, all right?
Bye-bye.
Have a good evening.
Okay, you too.
All right, so there we go. We have it now. So family time, talking a little football. You guys get a different perspective from player. We've never had a referee on, so that's the first referee that we've had on. Cousin Stellan and being a referee, and then Marlon is still playing. So yes, that's my cousins from Sweden. They're here stateside. We're gonna link up and get together and have a nice time. I'm in Orlando. They're over in St. Pete, so to get together and figure that out. So in the meantime, hope you learned something new tonight. A different aspect, a different kind of interview process tonight than we normally do. But we had some very special guests in the country, so I wanted to at least share that with you guys. So all right, so this is GB signing off. upper90plus. Go out there and affect the game any way that you can. All right, all is well, and take care.